Shalom. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. Salutation to the house of David, Habayat Avodah, the true believers, the elect. To you I say Shalom. Don't have a title for this lesson, but pretty much what I'm going to go into is, prophecies, the downfall of America, especially now, seeing a lot of things happening in the news. You got the all that gold that's being found over there in Uganda. You got this whole war in Ukraine. You got, inflation rising here in America, gas prices soaring, food prices soaring. You got, the MOTB, you know, coming to its final stages. More and more we're getting closer to to Jacob's trouble. We are in Jacob's trouble, but more and more we're coming to that. We're reaching that climax, man. We're reaching that time period where it's gonna get bad. When you're gonna need the faith, you're gonna need Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, to protect us. I'm not speaking to y'all, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? Y'all are the true children of the Most High. And knowing this, y'all should be repenting and coming back to the Lord. Because a lot of these things that's coming, the world, money ain't going to deliver you. Esau ain't going to deliver you, for damn sure. Right? You got this pandemic that happened, right? Esau's behind all this shit that's going on. The inflation, even this controlled famine. Esau's behind all this. Just seen the video, the brother sent about I think it was like thousands of cattle, tens of thousands of cattle, all up and died. You have Bill Gates out there, buying land. You got the government paying off these farmers to burn their crops, right? So we're approaching the time period, man, where it's gonna get very, very hectic out here, man. To the point where if you ain't got Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai backing you up, man, you're gonna be asked out. There ain't gonna be no choice for you but to bow down to the beast. So it's like now's the time to repent, come back to the Most High, receive this truth, right? Receive the faith, and trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. See, our people are very good at procrastinating. They like to wait to the last minute. They like to wait until things get real bad. But in that time, the doors of mercy are going to close. You don't want to be waiting, or they say, good things come to those who wait. But not for those who wait too late. You wait too late to come to the Lord. Hey, you're through. But good things is going to come to those who wait upon Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, who receive this truth, who put in the work, and patiently waiting for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to come and deliver us. Right? But just going into, this whole inflation thing, you know, things is getting tight. Work is starting to become more and more scarce. They're laying, not just laying off, but they're cutting hours back, right? They're cutting hours back. Inflation is rising. Gas prices is going up. Food prices is going up. It's getting more pricier to live in these days. Things that the prophets have been telling you, from the apostles, the great millstone, and the elders on down. What we've been telling you is coming to pass. Prophecy is coming to pass, and soon it's going to get a lot worse. We're just in the beginning stages of it. It's going to get a lot worse, right? So I'm gonna read 2 Ezra 15, starting at 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands." Yeah, because eventually it's going to come to, you know, pretty much kind of like a race war. It's going to take place. And you see, they're trying to, these elite, they're brewing that up, man. They're pushing that in the news. Black, or so-called black versus so-called white. You know what I'm saying? Jacob versus Esau. They're trying to push that in the news. They're trying to create that tension, which is already there, but they're trying to, amplify it. It says, verse 16, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another." I mean, yeah, invading one another. "They shall not regard their kings nor princes." Hey, so that time is going to start coming, especially when there's no money. Whenever your daily wage ends up buying, or your weekly checks will only end up buying you enough for a couple days worth of food. Things are gonna start getting crazy. You ain't gonna be able to go out, like you used to. Go out and buy clothes, go out to the movie theaters, go out to the bar, go out to the club, go out to, you know what I'm saying, enjoy some vacation days, right? And in those days, people are gonna want to work more than ever so they can, continue to live. But we see, hey, like it says in the scriptures, the grinding is gonna cease. And once the grinding ceases, there ain't gonna be no money for nobody. People are gonna start losing their minds because everybody's gonna want to eat, right? But we know the majority of the people, they don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Speaking to y'all about y'all Israelites, majority of y'all don't want to get right. Y'all don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Y'all trust in the dollar. Y'all trust in Esau too much. Y'all trust in America. So that time period is gonna come whenever people are gonna start, invading one another. They're not gonna regard you're not gonna listen to y'all's governors. These governors here in America, the mayors, saying the presidents, your judges, and all that bullshit, right? People, even like I said, even among Esau, when the Edomites and the other nations, they're gonna stop regarding, they're gonna stop listening to um the government, to their leaders. There's gonna be chaos out here in the streets, right? Verse 16 again, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another." Right? There's gonna be people just, ransacking other people's houses, businesses, stores, all this. You know what I'm saying? It says, "They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able." Yeah, with these damn lockdowns, which is gonna be more lockdowns soon through the way of martial law. It says, "For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and Salakia, the cities For because their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Right, for lack of bread, that famine, because that famine is coming, and everybody needs to eat, everybody needs to drink, right, in order to stay alive. When that time comes, survival is going to be on everybody's mind, and that's it. People ain't gonna be focused on no damn, you know, trying to uh, focus on their career. You know what I'm saying? On their studies. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit. People gonna be focusing just on survival. So you women, even y'all women, are gonna be asked out because ain't no man gonna be trying to worry about you. Their main goal, their main focus in that time period is gonna be on themselves, trying to get themselves right. So you women better start acting right. When that time comes, man, y'all gonna be through out here. So it says, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right, because there's going to be so many things going on here on this earth. So much things. Plagues, famines, pestilences, the sword, war, you know. People going to be confused, not knowing what to do, not knowing what's going on. Going to be crying to their kings, to their princes, you know, to their mayors. That's talking about their mayors, their judges, their president, their, you know what I'm saying? All these Congress people. They're going to be crying out for them for help, but they ain't going to do nothing for y'all. When that time comes, y'all gonna be left here alone. So it's better to get right now. So when that time comes, y'all be good. Y'all be taken care of. Let me get Revelation chapter 6 and verse 6. It says, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. So in that time period, when you look at when you look at this word penny, that goes back to the denarius, back in the Roman Empire, which was a day's wage, you know. So your daily wage is only going to be able to buy you a measure of wheat, man. Just enough sustenance for that day. You know what I'm saying? So, and you see that, slowly start to progress. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, especially with these gas prices rising up. I remember when, on my car, I have a Toyota Corolla. I used to fill up my car with like, I don't know, maybe $30. Now it's up to like $55, $50. I'm having to pay in order to fill it up. When you go to the grocery store, you used to be able to buy I guess a whole tray of chicken, which I don't even know how many pounds that would be, but it will end up being like $8, $10. Now it's like $15, $16. So food prices is starting to rise up, man, and it's gonna continue, man. It ain't gonna get no better. And then with jobs, starting to reduce back on hours, you ain't gonna be working full shift no more. Eventually, it's gonna come down to just part time, and that's all the hours you're gonna get. You're gonna have to look for a different job to try to find other people that are hiring. You know what I'm saying, to get more money. Things is gonna start getting very tight out here. Like I said, it ain't gonna get no better. And it's gonna come to the point where eventually there's gonna be no food. Like I just read earlier in Second Esdras, right? People are gonna start breaking into each other's houses for food. Hey, it's gonna come to the point where they're gonna resort to cannibalism. You know, it might seem far fetched to you now, but just wait. Just wait. When people have no food, when people have no water, you're gonna resort to the basic. People are gonna resort to the basest instincts. They're gonna be like animals out here, man. Those who don't have the faith, you know, in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Those who don't have the faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, the Most High is not dealing with them. And even then, in that day, it's gonna be known who truly believes in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Because you can say you believe, but in that day, it's gonna be truly be tested. It's gonna truly be known. So now let me get Jeremiah 51. Let me go to verse 9. It says, "We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed." Right? You know, they talking about these I guess these stockholders and these um forgot their name. The people that, you know, that watch the stock market and everything. You know, they're talking about how it's too late for Babylon. You know, this economy is gonna crash soon, man. There ain't no way to heal it. You can't reverse it. You know, right now, America's on a lifeline, man. It's on the life support. This place is almost through. Almost out. This place is like what's his name? That comedian. Um, God, I was gonna say Dave Chappelle, but it's not Dave Chappelle. Something Carlin. But he was saying that um America's circling the drain, and that was back then. And now America is right there, man. It's right there, about to flush down the drain. You know, circling that, it's speeding faster. It's on its way out, right? So it says, Jeremiah 51:9, "We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies." So that time is approaching, man. These other heathen men, they're gonna start, you know, leaving America, going back to their country, because they see in America, you know, is through. There gonna be no hope for America. America is not gonna get back on her feet. This ain't just something that we seen this before in 2008. We're gonna, you know, work it through again. It's gonna get better. No, this shit is not gonna get better. It ain't gonna be like 2014. You know, when the gas prices rose up. Oh, it'll go back down. No, it ain't gonna go back down. This place is done. Right? There ain't no more fixing America. I mean, it's past due. America's time is past due. It's time for this bitch to go down. Now let me get Habakkuk, uh, right, chapter 3. Habakkuk 3, Salakia. Chapter 2, verse 3. It says, verse 2, Salakia. Habakkuk 2 and 2, it says, And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth. Actually, let me read verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch. Right, standing upon your watch. What does that mean? Watching the times, man. Measuring the times. Seeing what's going on, you know, throughout the news and measuring it with, biblical prophecy. So you can know what time you're living in. Seeing if prophecy is getting fulfilled. So it says, I will stand upon my watch and set my and set and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and I will answer and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Right? These words of these scriptures, man, is plain, man. And if you have the spirit, you can see it. You can see the prophecies. You can see that the prophecies are speaking, man. Things are happening. But you can't see it if you don't have that faith, if you don't have the spirit of the Lord in you, or the spirit ain't dealing with you. But us brothers here in GMS, man, we believe. We know. We know America's time is up. We know it's just a matter of time before Yahweh Bashim, or before Yahweh Shah returns. Before things start getting to the point where it's chaotic, that we're gonna have to, resort to being pilgrims on the earth. This place is through, right? Verse 3, it says, For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. What I just said, man. That this prophecy is speaking. It says, For this vision is yet for an appointed time, because this was, talked about back then, but it's happening now. Now is the time. We're living the time of prophecy, man. You tell these people, you tell our people that, and they're like, oh, they've been saying that for years. They've been saying that for years. The thing about people, man, they're very impatient people, man. They seek for a sign. They seek for something to happen. Like I said in my previous video, you tell them that, oh, you know, a war is going to break out. No, they want that shit to happen immediately. They want that shit to happen like the day after you say it. And if it don't, they're just like, you were lying, this and that. It ain't gonna happen. Say, oh, the Most High, like they're the people that say the Most High will do no good. I mean, will do no evil or do good. Impatient ass motherfuckers, man. Unbelievers. What does it say? Let not the incredulity of them trouble you. You know what I'm saying? Their unbelief. But anyway, it says Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Right? It's gonna come. It's not gonna tarry. It's for an appointed time. It ain't on your time. It's on the Most High's time. He decides if it's late or not. He decides when it's time for it or not. Not you. Who are you? Who are you to decide, oh, this should happen now? I want this to happen now so I can believe. Who are you? You're nobody. The Most High's you gotta know you're working on the Most High's time. Everything happens on the Most High's time. So they need to get that shit out of their mind that you know if Or if the Most High don't do this, well, I ain't gonna believe.